what good is have you come to sort books with me? You know? Well, good, because I need help, because it's a lot of books. There is espresso, if you want it. Be careful though, it is very strong. I made it kind of extra strong today. We don't have any milk, so it's just pure caffeine fuel. But I thought we could get ready for the holidays. Kind of mark these books, prepare them to be sold. Now, because they're used, I'm thinking we do $1 or $2. $1 or $2, and just keep it affordable and accessible. I also thought, check this out, look what I found. These fell out of a book. These fell out of the book when I opened it. It's 4, look at this, ginkgo leaves. Do you see these? They're beautiful, huh? They're very like wobbly because they're so delicate, but they're dried and pressed ginkgo leaves. These are yellow. So these were collected in autumn. These are actually good bookmarks to use, ginkgo leaves. I think they were used as bookmarks. Look how wobbly it is, but 4 fell out of a book when I was stacking them. So I thought, what if just randomly we can sneak them into the books and people won't know? I mean, maybe they'll think it's a mistake and they'll throw it away, but hopefully it will be a nice surprise. So maybe 4 of these books we'll just randomly decide to put a leaf in it. Yeah, I think we'll know when we hit the ginkgo leaf books, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I figured we could just tackle these stacks today. What'd you think? Yeah, I think we can do it. You and me. I am so disheveled. I'm not wearing shoes. I'm just in my socks. So feel free to get comfortable because it's one of those evenings, you know what I'm saying? When the holidays creep in, you start getting a little fatigued. But it is what it is. We're gonna listen to some jazz. We're gonna have our late night coffee. And let's gossip about these books, okay? Because I'm a book gossiper. I'm a big hater. And if I see a book cover I don't like, I will be gossiping about it to you. So I'm sure we'll have opportunity to gossip. Plus, oh my gosh, my neighbors are out of control. Again. But anyway, shall we? $2 or $1? We'll kind of know, I think, when we look at them. So, the first book we've got is, what is it? I love the way this feels. Look at how cute. It's just so like perfectly rectangular and satisfying, like a Lego for adults. For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway. Vintage War Edition. Vintage War. Check it out. I like the cover. Let's go ahead and mark this $8, okay? Now, I've got these little tabs. I've got these tabs that we can use to label the books, okay? Yeah, so if you want to put a label, just use these, and the color doesn't matter. I don't think there's like enough of one color to just do 1 for 1, 1 for 2. So just take a sticky, put it on the inside of the book. This is $1. Okay. Okay, let's get a pencil. $1. Beautiful. Okay. This next book is Still Life. This is Still Life by Sarah Winman. This cover is nice, I guess. You know what? I'm a little biased. I know it's a nice cover. I need to be nice. It's better than most. There's just something about it. I feel like I'm not this kind of lady, you know what I'm saying? But I recognize that it's nice. Ulysses Temper is a young British soldier, and Evelyn Skinner is a 64-year-old art historian. And pretty much they're rescuing paintings from the Nazis, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. Another kind of war-based book. This one, though, is more modern. It's more modern, and I think one of the characters in here is a lesbian, or she likes the ladies. Because this is a newer book, I'm gonna say let's make it $2. And I think because it's a little bit magical, historical, and maybe someone more romantic in inclination might pick up this book. I feel like we should put our first ginkgo leaf in this still life book. We don't want to rush, but I do think this maybe warrants a ginkgo leaf. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Now, this says nine pounds on the back. So, $2 is a steal. That's less than 2 pounds. The conversion, I know. It's hard being an American in London, isn't it? It just seems so loud. Well, truly. Okay. We're gonna write 2 books. 2 big ones. This is great. On the day of the sale, if someone says, "Can I have it for $1?" the answer is yeah. Of course you can. Okay, so let's put our ginkgo leaf bookmark in this book as a surprise. Let's just do a random page. Okay, we chose page 17. There it is. Okay, someone's gonna really enjoy that, I think. One of my happiest memories is I was out shopping with my dad and my step family, and it was an Old Navy, and there in the Old Navy was these machines that you put coins in and you turn the knob and stuff comes out. Well, there was one, it was bouncy balls, and this little girl, she kept like reaching her hand in, to see if there was anything that had fallen. So she just kept checking it, and when she wasn't looking, I put coins in the machine and I turned the knob and I let the ball fall down, but I didn't get it. And I waited, and it took a while, but she went back, opened the flap, and stuck her hand in to look, and she was like shocked that there was a ball in there. It was the best feeling. She was so happy, and she kept opening it back up like there would be more. She was really small, so I think for her it was like pure magic. I thought that was fun. I try and do that when I can. I used to carry coins with me just to do that. Like put it in there and twist the knob and let things fall and then just walk away, knowing that somebody would find it and it would be like some magic in the world. Like a little bit of magic for them. But okay. Book number 3. This is Robert McFarlane's Landmarks. Landmarks. This book has some water damage. I actually like water damage in a book. It adds texture. I think the ASMR inclined person likes a little crunchy, little soft book. Oh my gosh. Do you ever get ASMR in public and you're just like an absolute freak? I got a thing for voices. I never made the connection until I was hearing somebody speak in public, and I thought, wow, that's an amazing voice. This book seems to be about the language of landscapes and how that's regional out here in the UK countryside, and about a little bit about nature. For example, did you know that a yarf is just another name for swamp out in Shetland? Yarf. Shrek lives in a yarf, is how you would use that in a sentence. So I say we go with $1 because of the water damage. It's a little bit older. It's 2016. That's not the oldest, but it is a little seen better days. So you want to do $1? Let's do $1. Okay. I keep wanting to put the ginkgo leaf and everything. This seems like perfect for a ginkgo leaf because if you're reading it, you probably like nature. Oh, but then we've used 2 out of the 4 leaves. Do you think we should do it anyway? It would be so romantic because this is all wet and dried like it's been in a yarf, and it's just kind of, it kind of smells like, it smells like a leaf already. To put a leaf, we have to, I know, okay, we'll be careful from now on. We will be careful. Let's put the leaf in here. Okay, we're just adding the sticker. Okay, we're gonna do $1. $1. And we need to put the leaf in here, definitely. I know. This is a beautiful one. What'd you think? Look at, she looks like a little ballerina girl. A little ballerina woman. Let's put her in here. Yeah, romantic. Okay, we have 2 leaves left. We need to be careful. I can already see that we might not use it for a little bit. This next book, this is beefy. Look at this. This is, what the heck, Purity by Jonathan Franzen. Have you ever read Jonathan Franzen? I have never. Now, the United States, England, it doesn't matter. If I'm in a thrift store, I'm gonna see one of this guy's book, especially the corrections. I see that everywhere, and now this one. I am curious. Yeah. This just says this woman, Pip, she doesn't know who she is. She's just saddled with student debt. She has a reclusive mom. But there's some clues about who her dad is. There are a few clues. She wonders if she'll ever have a normal life, but then she meets this guy, this internet outlaw, and he's just gonna help her solve the mystery of her origins. So, that seems interesting. What do you think? $2? Yeah, $2. Let's go. It's kind of new, it's kind of edgy. The word internet is on the back. $2. Yeah, $2. Let's go. There are some authors I see all the time. I never read them. Okay, $2. Jonathan Franzen's Purity. Good job, us. This is a good one for the holidays. Excellent, and it's in excellent shape. This is Butter. I know, you've seen this everywhere, huh? Butter, Asako Yuzuki, the international bestseller. It's in great condition. Oh yeah. On the back it says, there are 2 things that I simply cannot tolerate: feminists and margarine. Okay. What does that mean? Gourmet cook Manako Kaji sits in Tokyo detention house. Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble. Convicted of serial murders of lonely businessmen who she has seduced with her home cooking. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, okay. So there's a visit between this woman and this journalist, and who knows what's going to happen in this probably very psycho exchange of minds. I say $2, and this will be a real treat for somebody. Seems like a good Christmas gift. Yeah. I hope that the low cost of the books will mean that people can get a few. Okay. Let's go to Look at us being a little business minded. We're doing excellent so far. What'd you think? Mm-hmm. Heck yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move these out of the way. Don't want to get coffee on them. Okay. Oh, I see a very nice book right here. Also, this would be a great Christmas book. This is R.F. Kuang's. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Babel. B-A-B-E-L. Look how shiny. Oh, that's nice. B-A-B-E-L. B-A-B-E-L. Okay. What a pretty book. I'm immediately gonna say that we should do $2. Oxford, 1836. Ew. The City of Dreaming Spires. Ooh. Okay, whatever. There's a Babel. It's Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation. I don't know what this is about. $2. Let's go. It's a book of the year. You know, sometimes the best experiences I've had with a book is ones where I don't know nothing about it and I just read it. $2. $2. And I think sometimes it's nice. I'm sometimes tempted to do those kind of like date with a book, like blind dates, where you don't know what the book is, but I don't know. Also, great cover, by the way. Both this and Butter had a good cover. Now, shall we put the ginkgo leaf in Fight Club? Maybe not. Fight Club. Yeah, I love this movie. I really, really like Fight Club, the movie. Yeah, this is cool. These men just fight. I didn't think I'd like that film, but I was incorrect. I really do. I say we do $1, just because, you know, it's classic. I really like this cover too. This take on it. Let's put the label on. $8. Yeah. Check out the cover of this one. This is kind of nice, like you would read at school. Fight Club. It's this very satisfying. I don't know, like paperbacks were of a different quality once upon a time. They were like this kind of quality. Almost like more beige than they are now, somehow. More like that newspaper print feeling. Very accessible. So, this is $1 paperback Fight Club. I think that's good. We're making our way through this, that's for sure. You want to switch to this pile randomly, just for the sake of chaos. Oh, yeah. Okay, this one's very interesting. The Knife. This is The Knife. Check this out. That's an unusual one, huh? The Knife. This is kind of an experimental book. I'll show you. It's got the contents of a wallet inside. So this book is about this couple in 2011. They've been walking for hours and they suddenly find women's clothing all folded, and they look through it and they find a wallet and they think, who could this have belonged to? They turn it into the police, but then when they go home they start having weird dreams. In their dreams they meet a woman, and the woman asks them if they want to see something, and they nod at her request. The content of her wallet is already spread across the table. So then starts a guided tour. So, very intriguing. Very interesting. We might have to set this one aside for us, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll mark it $2 and then we'll conveniently have to hide it. Okay, The Knife. The knows if it's good, but it is experimental. And I love the cover. I love the design on the spine. This is kind of holographic. Is that what you call that? Yeah, it's like shiny. Okay, the knife. Very cool. Let's look at another one. Oh yeah. Are you like me? Are you addicted to self-help, self-betterment, and psychology? Someone out there is going to love The Road Less Traveled, a new psychology of love, traditional values, and spiritual growth. I really like this. Okay, this guy, a practicing psychiatrist, suggests ways in which facing our difficulties and suffering through the changes can enable us to reach a higher level of understanding. He discovers loving relationships, how to recognize true compatibility, how to distinguish dependency from love, okay? How to become one's own person, and how to be a more sensitive parent. This is an older book. I think this is quite popular, and it smells incredible. Sometimes when a book ages with this like really kind of dark aged paper, it almost starts to smell like caramel. You ever smell a book? It kind of smells like wood and caramel. Like the faintest little hint of butterscotch. I say we do $1, right? It's like trade paperback. Let's do it. Okay, The Road Less Traveled. This is by M. Scott Peck. Let's go ahead and do $1. Our stack is getting kind of high. Okay, $1. Let's start putting some. I'll start putting some books over there in a second. Put this one, the knife, to the side conveniently. Okay, let's go ahead and get one off this short pile. This is Claire Fuller's Unsettled Ground. It's about these twins that live with their mother. They're adult, they're grown, and when their mother passes away, stuff starts to happen. They need to preserve their sanctuary. However, they also discover their mother's secrets. So, quite interesting, very, very isolated. They're probably, I would guess, probably a little codependent. Interesting, reminds me of like Grey Gordon's. So, it seems to be pretty cool. Hardback book. I would say $2. What do you think? Yeah, $2. It's got a kind of dark gothic vibe. Okay, $2. $2. Beautiful. The next book is, how cute is this? This is Irrational. We are living in an irrational paradox. The more we know, the more elusive reality becomes. Isn't that so true? Look at this. Look at the cover. Inside, it's just full of irrational things that really happened. Okay, this is number 31, Obama. Number 31, Obama. There's Obama. Do you know who that is next to him? That's his translator, who is supposed to be doing sign language, but is just doing gibberish. He's not actually doing sign language, and he has a criminal record. I think he's even a murderer. He got on stage with the most powerful man in the world at the time and pretended to do sign language because he needed some money. They caught him, of course, and thought, how in the world We live in a wacky place. I say it's small, it's got a lot of damage, but I still say we do $2 just because it's so special and weird and funky. Let's go $2. This might have to go in our side pile for us to look at before we put it in the sale. Okay, there's a subtitle, Irrational, a visual directory to a world with no reason. A world with no reason. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, $2. Yeah, we might have to put this in our, like, sneaky pile. Who's gonna stop us? You know, nobody. Cheers to that. Okay, here's a cute one. Days at the Murasaki bookshop. Look how beautiful this book is. Oh my gosh. Can I be honest with you though? I read this book and I didn't like it at all. But it's so cute. It's so adorable. We have to put a ginkgo leaf in here. Clearly. I mean, it's like all about books. I really wanted to like this book. It's just about a girl who goes to live in her uncle's bookshop. She lives above the bookshop. And she's like gone through a breakup and she's processing life kind of and trying to get just back in the world. And she kind of learns to love books. I wanted to love this book. I wanted to be in love with this book. And you know what? I just felt nothing when I read it. I think the style is very sparse. It's very sparsely written, and I just wasn't in it. I didn't believe it. I didn't connect with anything. I was just kind of being told the story instead of being in the story. It's a shame. But $2. It's a newer book. It's really beautiful. It's in great shape. And I know somebody will love this book. So, Days at the Murasaki bookshop, $2. I think that's okay. Alright. Look, our stack's getting big. Look at that. Okay, let's get one from here. Okay. We got a big one. Oh, John Steinbeck's East of Eden. This thing is heavy. It's funny. It's like there have been bigger books, but they've weighed less. This one's a big loaf of bread, like uncooked dough. East of Eden. I say we do $1 because it's a classic. What do you think? Yeah, we'd do $1. Okay, let's go. East of Eden, John Steinbeck. A lot of these classics, I think, like in the rise of book talk and book influencing, it's interesting what these older ones get picked up again. No, $1, right? $1. And John Steinbeck is one who his name is often tossed around. Okay, this pile is getting really big. Let me move some of these books, okay? Okay. I just moved them back here to make some space so that we can keep looking at things. Alright. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Shall we look at the next book? Let's do it. Another big one. This is Flight Behavior by Barbara Kingsolver. Barbara Kingsolver. Oh, this book smells like sawdust in a warm barn. You know where the light hits it. It's like a sawdust in a warm, sunlit barn during Christmas time. I love books. Okay. Flight Behavior. This is a newer book. Okay. It's about a young mom who seeks out an affair. But it's supposed to be beautiful and deeper than that. So get your head out of the gutter. This is not erotica. This is Barbara Kingsolver. And you're going to go on an emotional journey. Okay? It's not that kind of book. I'm going to say $2. Yeah? Okay. 2 books. I like the plastic sounds. Oh man, I tell you. I was in a history class in college. I've never felt helpless in a class before. This professor, I remember every detail about her to this day. She had the most ASMR worthy voice ever. I sat in the front row like a people pleaser, but there was only like 5 of us in this class. I'm not joking. I think 5 if we all showed up, but there was always someone missing, so it'd be about 4 of us. For history nerds, it was a history class. For nerds, it was like not even basic history. This was like advanced. And I sat in the front row. It was like I was taking a pill. I was medicated. I could not fight. I could not fight hard enough to stay above the surface of consciousness, and I would just dip. I learned nothing. If you break down the math of how much that class costs, it gets very depressing because I was just paying to fall asleep. She had an amazing voice. I didn't learn anything. I hated the class. I hated the content, but she would leave the lights off. So it'd be dark in the room. To this day, I remember my inspiration. Okay, let's keep doing these books. I'm getting sleepy. Okay. Let's look at this book. I like this cover actually. Even though it's it's sans serif font. Do you see the big chunky sans serif font? And do you see the little chic little quotes? Yeah, I'm sick of this trend. But, you know what? Hold on. Okay. I have to just say a little something and say my piece. I'm not going to ruin the evening, I promise, but look at this, okay? You see this cover? It's that kind of big, chunky stuff. Okay? Look at this cover. It's just the same blue little text, black, same. I had to pull another one out of the stack. On King's the Vegetarian. Okay. Now, this one's a little different. So they want to deceive you into thinking that someone is trying with this book stuff, with these book designs. But look at the spines. Okay? This is foul. It should not look. These are 3 different authors with 3 very distinct POVs and literary signatures. And yet, this could be the same author. They're stylized the exact same. It's not acceptable to do this. Oh look, it says Young's Map of the Soul. Looks good at the front. Look at that. Hideous. Why? I'm sorry. Hello? Allie Smith? Okay, Young's Map of the Soul? Young's Map of the Soul is nonfiction. Why do they look the same in a stack? You put this on your shelf like this? What in the cartoon logic is this? It lacks dignity. Alright? I'm a huge snob for book design. Okay. I don't think Young's Map of the Soul should have the same text layout and that chunky width, where there's like a little extra little space between each word. Drives me crazy. don't think that a Carl Jung book should look like an Allie Smith book. Okay. These are wonderful books. Positivity. They're going to people who will love and appreciate them. So let's mark them down. Okay. Allie Smith. There, but for the. Okay. We don't really know what this is about, to be honest. No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't really know from the design of any of these books what they're about or what their genre is, because there's just the genre of the book design is bookstore. Okay, we don't know what this is about, but it says there once was a man who one night at a dinner party, he goes upstairs and he locks himself in one of the bedrooms. And then stuff happens. And it ripples through the neighborhood. Okay. So we don't know. But this book looks excellent. This is really nice. This might be one that we like sneak. But let's go ahead and do $2, I think, because it's a little more contemporary and it's in good condition. Okay. $2. Allie Smith. Let's get these two done too, because yeah. Okay, so the vegetarian. This is the author who won the Nobel. This woman and her husband are ordinary people. But their marriage is interrupted when the wife, she wants to be more plant-like. Okay, she refuses to eat meat. And we don't know what happens. I say we do $2 for that. And this one is called Assembly. This is by Natasha Brown. It's very small. It's really short. Maybe we should do $1. I don't know what this is about, but it just says, like, come of age in the credit crunch, be civil in a hostile environment, step out in the world and go home vans. World of go home vans. I don't know what that means. Go to college, get an education, start a career, do all the right things, buy a house, buy a sort of happiness, but above all, keep your head down, keep quiet, and keep going. So maybe a bit of cultural commentary. Let's do $2 each. What do you think? If I was president of the world, I would banish sans serif font. And if you wanted to use it, you would have to submit an application as to why your story warrants a sans serif cover design. And if I was president of the world, book cover design would be a high art. And you would collect books like pieces of art. They would be pieces of art. Okay, while we're here, maybe we should do Jung's Map of the Soul. Instantly, I'm thinking $2 because it's very beefy. It's a survey of Carl Jung's ideas and work and how he conceptualizes the human psyche. Jung's Map of the Soul. I know I ripped this book a new one based on the spine, but the cover is actually fun. And I like that the sans serif font is large and it's crammed. It's crammed at the top of the book. I like that. Okay, so $2 for Jung's Map of the Soul. A blue tag on a blue book, written with a blue pencil. So that's fine. Okay. Next book is Modern Nature by Derek Jarman. Is his name Derek? Yes, it is. Derek Jarman. Well done, me. I remembered something. Okay. In 1986, Derek Jarman discovered he was HIV positive and decided to make a garden at his cottage. He faces an uncertain future. He nevertheless found solace in nature, growing all manner of plants. Okay. So, I think this is memoir. another book. I've been wanting to like steal this book. Maybe we should put it in our secret pile. But this is The Art of Walking, a field guide. Do you see it? The Art of Walking, a field guide. It's about art. It's about art that features walks and some reflections about walking. Like what's going on here. Like truly what's going on in this image? I don't even know. Yeah. It just seems weird. This might be interesting to look at. But let's mark this $2. $2. We are doing amazing. The Christmas book sale should be a hit because these are good books. You know, sometimes you go to like a sale and it's just chicken soup for the soul. And you think, oh God, do I want to read Chicken Soup for the Soul? Do I want to read Dan Brown's Angels and Demons again? It's like the Da Vinci Code again. Okay, let's look at the next book. Oh, what a treat. This is Eurotrash in, you know, my anger at the font and the same little teeny weeny quotes at the top. My anger is quickly diffused by the choice of the color white, which matches the snow in the image and the image itself. Look at that dude down there. Look at these two. This is Eurotrash. Eurotrash. I am obsessed with that image. I mean, that photograph has got to be by somebody. Cover photograph by Martin Parr. What a photo. Beautiful. Look at this dude's crusty white lips. $2 for the crusty white lips. Okay, $2. I'm stealing this, by the way. Yeah, I'm stealing this one. Eurotrash. $2. Okay. We got through this half of the pile. We're almost done, actually. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the pub after. We're gonna celebrate after. Okay, look at this tiny book. The Evil Demon of Images. This is that guy who wrote that simulacra, or whatever. He's a provocative French theorist of contemporary culture, and this is his thoughts on TV. That's great. The Evil Demon of Images. $2 just because philosophy, or should we do $1? Just to say screw you. Let's do $1. Just because it's funny. Okay. $1. Someone's gonna have a blast. Imagine this in your stocking. The Evil Demon of Images. Okay, we can start putting these books over here. Alright. Let's take a look at Underland. A Deep Time Journey. This is by Robert McFarlane. I hear that last name a lot. This is an epic exploration of the Earth's underworlds as they exist in myth, literature, memory, and the land itself. Okay. Oh, do you know where we've heard that name before? This book. Landmarks. This guy is writing books. Good for him, you know. What a wonderful thing to do in this life is write books. Oh, to leave a book behind. Beautiful. Okay, I say we do $1. That's cool. Oh, this is a Waterstones exclusive edition. It includes extra The next book is a vintage classic. I Capture the Castle. There's a guy who reads this in the TV show Girls. Okay, Cassandra lives with her bohemian and impoverished family in a crumbling castle in the middle of nowhere. She records her life with her beautiful, bored sister Rose, her glamorous mother Topaz, dang, what a name, her little brother Thomas, and her eccentric novelist father. He suffers from a financially crippling writer's block. But then the American owners of the castle show up and she falls in love. Interesting love story, maybe. This is an older book. I say we do $1. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on there. $1. Oh, we are so hardworking. I can't even begin. We're so hardworking. Not everybody can do this job. It's very demanding. Oh, well. Look. It's more Ellie Smith. How to Be Both. Nice little French-looking little cover. Two tales of love and injustice twist into a singular yarn where time gets timeless, knowing gets mysterious, and fiction gets real. I don't know what any of that means. I've learned nothing, but it's a compelling cover and a compelling author. So, what do you think, $2? Yeah. Sometimes I'm conflicted about that because I think not knowing, I think going based off vibe on a book is really fun. But sometimes I'm like, come on, give me a little something, give me a little more. I don't want to know that stars will align, that the fiction will become real, that the dream is a dream within a dream within a dream. Give me a little something spicy, please. Is there gonna be a kiss in the book? Just something. Okay, next book. Norman Collins. London Belongs to Me. That's what I say every day. And then I go out and I get harassed on the street. Okay. It is 1938. Thunder, rain. And the prospect of war hangs over every London inhabitant, but the city does not stop. And this seems to be a survey of residents during the time. Okay, so it's just a kind of life on the street, kind of fiction. I like that, and I